All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everyone's day? I am Darkpool Algo, and thanks for joining me on another morning watchlist building session. We are going to find some stocks and options to trade today, and we're going to be using the Smart Money and Darkpool block trade algorithm. It's software provided by those traders over at FlowTrade, and isn't that better, right? A little light on the face so we can see what we're doing. All right, let's get some things set up here and make sure that the chat is working. Don't know why it's being that way, but all right. So there we go. Chat's back up. I was wondering where it went. So morning chat, and wait a minute, what's going on here? What is going on here? Let's try this again. All right, so for some reason chat's not working. All right, let me just well, it's not letting me. So Google or Facebook or YouTube, jeez, YouTube changed up its layout a little bit here, so for some reason the chat's not coming through. We're just gonna have to go in without it. Anyway, I'm gonna use the Smart Money Darkpool and block trade algorithm software. It's gonna show us divergences. What we're looking for is price action to diverged from the algorithm. The algorithm is the purple line. There we go. What the heck is going on, dude? This is irritating. This is extremely irritating. I don't know what Facebook or damn it YouTube is doing, but it's not allowing me to see my chat. So I'm gonna have to do this a different way, I guess. I'm gonna have to do it this way. So morning chat. All right, that seemed to work. Let's see. Yeah, so sorry, this whole thing's jacked up because YouTube changed the studio up to where I used to be able to see the stream and the chat at the same time. Now I can only do one or the other. So it's chat as we go. Okay. If you've got something you'd like me to look at, please let me know. If not, I'm going to go through my short watch list that includes Uber, Etsy, DDog, DocuSign, Zoom, Neo, AMD, and Snap. Okay. With that being said, let's just go ahead and get those loaded up here. Uber had earnings, so did Etsy. So did D-Dog. You know, the only cruddy thing about playing earnings is that you'll get vol crushed. So maybe we should just look at the scan and find something else. I think that's probably a good idea. We don't want to get vol crushed. So we'll look at trends. First of all, we'll look at the daily. Car is always an interesting one. This is a good example of bearish divergence where the algo is net selling. Price action has to come down and meet it. I would say the divergence is pretty close to being played out. It occurred at this area here. Price actions came down and met it. We got a little bit of a curling up on the algorithm, so this may be a reversal point or reversal area. We've got a little bit more to fill that gap. Well, it actually did fill the gap. So car could be at a reversal area. So we're definitely going to keep that on watch. And let's see, Tesla, obviously, wow, there's just so much stuff going on here. Okay. Let's see. All right, we've got some people in. Nobody's requesting anything. So, checking out the weekly, Pinterest, monthly, KWeb, daily, and then of course the 4-hour. MDLZ, Stitch Fix, CrowdStrike, Caesar, Las Vegas, Chewy. Chewy might be good. Let's check out Chewy. Not Chewy. Chewy. Chewy looks pretty decent. MDLZ is always a fun one to play. Yeah, so MDLZ is going to be on our list. Make sure they didn't have earnings coming or anything crazy like that. Which I knew if TrendSpider showed earnings. Futures, ES is bull flagging, NQ is dropping. Right? A little bit of a double top there for NQ, looking for support coming in 1510. Below that we've got 1597. Below that 15088. It may come down bebop off of this level here, this 15088 level. If it does, that would indicate a huge pullback for maybe another larger move up to the upside. So we're going to keep an eye on the NQ, which is tech, obviously. Looking at the Russell. Ooh, so this little pattern here looks like kind of like a seahorse. I've always had bearish results from this pattern, so keep an eye on the Russell to drop. NQ. It's going to be tricky. It came down and touched previous highs. So there is it's probably a little bit of a demand zone right in this area here from 094 to 098 to, yeah, let's call it 15,100 to 15,094 is probably a good looking demand zone. So look for rejection off of there for next move up. I actually don't get faked out on this, but anyway, NQ is going to be interesting. ES is just kind of consolidating. We may fade at the open down to 4401 or 4400. If we do, I would anticipate another move. Just look at this chop, dude. Choppity chop, chop, chop. It sucks. Okay. So probably another chop fest. All right. All right. We want... So weird. All right. So car for potential reversal, Chewy for continuation, MDLZ for a reversal. Oh, I wanted to check and see if we had earnings on any of those guys. Stream's gonna go bye-bye for 1 second. I'm still here, just don't want my passwords and stuff shown across the world. So give me a second. I'll be right back. Just waiting for it to load up. Waiting for it to load up. Let's go. Come on. Wow, that thing's slow. I apologize. Jeez, a pain in the ass that was. What a pain in the ass it's being. This is ridiculous. Fucking A. So, I've got a little spinning basketball here, which is irritating because normally I don't have problems with my machine. Jesus. What a pain in the... Alright, I apologize. I'm back. That was lame as hell. I'll be more prepared next time. So, with that being said, what's got me thrown off is this YouTube layout change. It's really got me thrown off. I don't like it. So, alright, from the scan, momentum scanner, Invax, VOD, AM, yeah, any of these guys are going to continue to rip today. So AMRN looking good. This stock's pretty well traded from its machine traded, which is going to be interesting. Yo, so Thinkorswim. Sorry, gonna fail. Let's look at car. Getting really irritated here with technology. Getting very irritated with the technology. So I'm just going to go through car. Car's going to move today. I can't determine whether or not it had earnings. And I wouldn't know where to look on. Maybe that helps. All right, anyway, car, nice recovery, bounced off of VWAP 74, right off of 74. Look for a break and run to 84 potentially, or 82 before we start running into any issues, which is previous lows. CAR. Oh, this is an earnings play, okay. So they had earnings yesterday. They probably missed. What? 1.5. They beat on earnings and sold off? That sucks. Where do they stop? Alright, so... massive sell-off. Alright, so we can't play car because of, obviously, earnings. So let's just check out a couple stocks. This is frustrating. CrowdStrike looks like it's going through the top of the 4-hour Cutler channel. If it gets up and above that, it can move all the way up to this daily top at 272. Rejection of 265. We come back down and test 258. for a bounce off of 258. So CrowdStrike's going to be an interesting one to play today. I'm going to put it on my list. Just that it's at the top of the 4-hour Kirtland channel, and whenever things are here, it's either going to break through and continue to run, or it's going to reject off and then come back down and test the mid, then the bottom. So that's CrowdStrike. Let me just check out the Algo. What a horrible stream today. Sorry, I apologize. All right, Wu-Tang pattern reversal. Needs to get up and above. The Algo is pretty much consolidating. Yeah, this is a strong play. So CrowdStrike, I like it. We'll play CrowdStrike to the upside. Nice move overnight. It broke up and above my trend line. What's it testing now? So CrowdStrike currently trading at 1 ATR. It's got room. $267. 270 is going to be the target for CrowdStrike. Anything above that, and it may just completely launch. I would look for a pullback at the open to potentially 262 or maybe even 261, but then it should rip off of that. Yeah, CrowdStrike looks good. I'll write this down. Like the 270s. Alright, so that was CrowdStrike. Algo confirmed. CrowdStrike's a go. Alright. Let's check out Ulta was another one. Alright, so Ulta closed below the 200 SMA. It's currently at kind of a demand zone. Pretty significant demand zone here. It's either going to retrace and possibly smack into the 4-hour Keltner channel, or it may have to come back down and test, 339 before it can get back on track. I'm not super happy with it. Did it have earnings or something? I know it's got earnings coming up. I'm going to keep an eye on it, on Ulta, for a potential move. We may actually have to come back down and test 339 or 340. But probably around 11:30 it might rip back through to 348. So I'm going to keep an eye on Ulta. Watch. Okay. Invex. So all of these biotech stocks are going bananas. Jeez, look at that move. Look at that move. 182 to 231. That's just phenomenal. Phenomenal. Yeah, NVAX 260 possibly, 261. See what these options look like. Yeah, those are, oh, it's like those are hella expensive. We'll keep an eye on that. And Etsy sold off. Look for a possible bounce play on Etsy. So from the 4-hour bottom to the 4-hour mid. Let me clear out some of these. Oh no. Crap. I actually like Etsy in this position. So, right, it sold off because of earnings, right? Consolidated, right? Consolidated all day yesterday. Got back up and into the daily bottom mid 4-hour Keltner channel bottom. So if it can break up and above this level here, I like it back to the mid at 186, which is also the 200 SMA on the 5-minute. So I'm definitely going to be targeting this level here. Give it to that. Right. At 187, 188 level on Etsy should be good as long as this 4-hour bottom holds. A break below 175. Or actually a break below 174.50 and it's going to fade more. However, this is a day of consolidation. I like Etsy to the upside, so we're going to have that one for sure. For recovery. AMRN. Just buy the stock on this one. Alright, break above 456 and it runs. It's got a lot of strength behind it. Micron. Oh, look at that move. Out of the daily top, out of the 4-hour top. Four-day weekly squeeze, cup and handle forming. It's going to test previous highs. Let's see. Oh, this thing's got lots of room to move. All right, so Micron for continuation, daily squeeze fired off. We've got that little slingshot reversal, right? So slingshot reversal, daily squeeze firing, stack positive, closed above the 250. So our moving averages are getting stacked positive again. Broke out of the daily Keltner channel top. 4-hour MACD, daily MACD is all positive. Monthly is neutral. The 3-day is about to cross over and up. The weekly is about to cross over and up. The 1 hour is looking good. We got a daily, 2-day, 3-day. Yeah, Micron looks good. So as long as, like, it's hard to build a trend line for this because just of how wacky it is. And we go here. All right, we broke above it. We dipped above it. So let's check out the Algo. And so we hit that block trade level. Price action is trading with the algorithm. The algo is currently curled down. This may just be a larger bull flag that's forming off of this 15-minute chart. I'm gonna look for the algo to curl up and continue to move upwards. All right, that was Micron. Yeah, this is a nice move overnight. So pull back to 81 or 82, then rip. Right, it's at 3 ATR, however, it's got strength, momentum, and conviction behind it. Let's see what our trends have to say. Rising wedge. We may bebop off of 83, which would be the top of this. A break of 83, and it's gonna rip. I'm just gonna call it now. All right, so Micron break 83 rippers. Okay. MDLZ. Oh wow. You want to short something? Short MDLZ to 60. And then 59.50. Oh, this is heavy. Earnings miss. Oh, they're not even earnings. Something happened. So for some reason, Mondelez is selling off. Goldman Sachs removes buy rating. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this data right now, but it's pretty nasty. Yeah, Mondelez is just gonna, it's pretty heavy. What are the Algo? Is the Algo? So, MDLZ, look for a base for a reversal. This is good bullish divergence. However, we need to find support. Once we find support, look for a test back to 62.50. At that point, it will either reject or break through and continue to run. There's other plays out there that may be a little bit more easy to trade. Just gonna run through this list really quickly. This looks good, except for it's at the daily top. And BP. All right. I think they had earnings. All right, so they beat on earnings, right? Nice little pop. This is a pullback to support. I would look for a continued move to the upside. We don't really have any squeezes to help us out, but the slingshot is getting ready to, reverse through. Little slingshot effect coming up. Next dividend next week. I mean, 26 is possible. I think that there's probably a little better plays. J-Win closed at the 8. No, not super thrilled about that one. FSLR. Alright, so FSLR has got confusion written all over its face. The upper time frame MACDs are super green and bullish. The lower ones are bearish. We've got a rising 200. This just doesn't look pretty. Does not look pretty. So continued chop on this. ANTM. Wow. Look at that drop. I mean, does it do its next move down? Finally. I need my 4-hour chart, and I don't know why it was being a pain. So see what happens when this squeeze releases. The squeeze released here this day, and it just launched. So it's already pulled back overnight to the 4-hour Keltner channel top. If it bounces off of here and continues to move upwards, this would be a great play to catch. Contrarian, if it breaks down and through this, Yeah, this should be an interesting one. I'm going to watch that at the bell too. ANTM. All right. TXN. Wow. Talk about a head fake. All right, so futures are selling off right now. Pretty significantly. We're going to keep an eye on it at the Open Net app. Apollo Global Management. Not super thrilled about that one. Mosaic Cree. CC. Ew. Shimors, you can just short that to death. Cree, Chop. LL, Lumber Liquidators. Not super thrilled with that one. Hold on. So, I don't know if this is a reversal or if it's just a head fake, but looks like based on earnings yesterday, they beat on earnings, had a massive run up. We've got a squeeze that's going to release. The slingshot squeeze is in effect. Right, that daily squeeze hasn't fired yet, but it should be firing soon. If we can get above $20, I see a move back up to 22, 24, 28. It's a pretty big drop though. All right, I wanted to check out, let's see. I'm looking for energy sector. Yeah, this is pretty red. Pretty red. Not looking super good. Nvidia, CRM, Adobe, Facebook, Lilly. Yeah, this is kind of a red day. I am looking for... That's a new one. Penny increment options. I've never seen that before. Roku earnings they fell down on earnings. Let's see. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it for this morning. Just to recap, I'm going to be watching. I'm just going to run through some of the crowd favorites here. So Neo, bull flag forming, needs to get above the 200 SMA. So it needs to get above 45.67. Slingshot squeeze getting ready to fire. Earnings coming up. Daily 2-day high compression squeeze. Lower time frame MACDs are green. Middle of the road are kind of neutral. So it's just kind of neutral at this point, right? So keep an eye on Neo. DocuSign, we're going to anticipate a strong move from them today. Hopefully a continuation off of yesterday's move, right? Continuation on that. So that would be CrowdStrike. Waiting for that squeeze to release on CrowdStrike, to be honest with you. All right. Let's look at CrowdStrike again for a run into earnings with some fib levels here. 279, so 280. So these CrowdStrike 270s, I'm gonna get those guys. Or potentially the 290s. Or 820. Like those guys. Ultra. Let's check out Ulta. Ulta. We need that squeeze to release. Again, with earnings coming up. If we can bounce off of 340, which is where we're at. Let me draw a line for that guy. Yeah, basically if we can stay out of this zone here, then I think we'll be okay. So bounce off at 340 to go long into earnings. So 351 to 355. ATR, $9 a day. That's crazy. So we've got an expected move of 3. I'm going to look at these Ulta. Those aren't very liquid. Alright, Ulta options aren't super liquid, so illiquid options chain. And check out Yetsy. So they had an earnings beat. Pretty bad earnings beat. Right, they're trading at 177.50 right now, which is up $4 from where they were. So I'm gonna watch Etsy at the open, because you realize they're opening down here somewhere. Right, Etsy's gonna open 177.50. All right, so with Etsy opening way down here, like, I don't know where, is that this move? So I don't know if it's this move from this previous low to this high, but they bounced. They came all the way down to 175. You know, they actually They came down to 174, so I don't know exactly what has stopped them other than potentially right. That's a pretty significant demand zone. That's a massive drop. So Etsy volatility, just be careful with it. I may try to do a quick scalp, but vol crush is gonna kill you. It's just massive. Volatility is just gonna get sucked right out of this. So be careful with Etsy. Maybe just wait till tomorrow or even next week to trade it. But Etsy's got a lot of room to move back up. Anyway, all right, I gotta run. Sorry for being so out of it this morning. Getting a new setup, things taken care of. I will be definitely prepared for more for tomorrow. Watch me on Twitter. I will be pushing some plays out this week and for earnings for tomorrow. So keep an eye on that. And if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, you want to see me review any stocks, please let me know. Yeah. Everybody have a safe day. Stay green. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. If you leave a comment on this, let me know what I can do to better serve you all with my morning streams. So, with that being said, everybody